The first variable that I believe is contributing to the rise of remote work is the general state of the economy. Right now, unemployment is very low, especially in tech centers like Boston, San Francisco, New York, or Seattle. This means that it's really tough to hire great people as they are probably working somewhere else. So, if you're a company, this presents a challenge, especially if you're trying to grow. How do you hire great people in a economy that is doing so well? So, what ends up happening is the employers like an Amazon or a Google or someone else who is either well funded or has a lot of capital on the balance sheet, it means that they can really go out of their way to hire great people. So they might throw RSUs, pay way above market compensation for top talent. If you want to grow, not only do you have to compete with a formidable competitor like an Amazon, you also need to do one of three things. You could hire people who are local, and you end up competing with the giants. You can hire people outside of the hub or outside of a certain geographical distance, and then try to convince them to move into the technology hub. And clearly, this works for many organizations. I'm not going to downplay that it doesn't work, but it is a tougher sell, right? And that's part of the reason why you see companies paying moving expenses and other fees, because they know that to convince someone to move from upstate New York to Boston is going to be a tougher challenge than someone who might live 2 miles away from the office. Another option is you can hire someone who lives elsewhere, right? And this is what we're seeing contribute to the rise of remote work. So those first two options are tough, and there's only so many people you can go after. If you hire people who live elsewhere, all of a sudden the talent pool just grows significantly. And so in a competitive market, you have really these three options. The question or the thing that they have to consider is, are you willing to hire someone who applied to your job who lives in a certain geography who may want to work remote? Do you want to hire them now? Or can you afford to wait to hire someone later who might fit the two buckets, which is people who live locally or people that might be willing to move to the tech hub? These are the challenges that an organization faces when trying to scale. It's caused by the reality that there's only so much talent in a certain geography. And so if you want to grow and find great people, you have to expand the search outside of that certain geo.